Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hope you all are fine and enjoying your online classes. Dear students, this is your SST teacher and today we are going to learn a new topic which is Muslim rule in the subcontinent from our social studies book 4, and you have to open your page number 76. Students, this is our new chapter. So before we start, we will discuss our objectives first. Students, you will be able to learn about the reasons for the arrival of Muhammad bin Qasim in the subcontinent, and you will be also learn about how Muhammad bin Qasim converted non-Muslims to Islam. Students, in our previous lesson, we have learned about the different inventions of different invaders or empires to the subcontinents. Students, now in this lesson, we will learn about the coming of the Muslims in the subcontinent. Muhammad bin Qasim, the young nephew of Hajjaj bin Yusuf, was the governor of Hijaz, who was sent to subdue Raja Dahir of Debal. We will learn how Muhammad bin Qasim converted many non-Muslims to Islam. Students, we will learn about the birth of the Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Makkah in year 570 CE. He received the first divine revelation from Allah in the year 610 CE. That marked the coming of Islam. Students, the people of Makkah did not accept Islam and gave him much difficulty in spreading the religion. He was later invited to preach his religion in the city of Medina. And from then onwards, Islam spread to each corner of Arabia. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away in 632 CE. Students, after his passing away, the four caliphs Razitullah Anha spread Islam into Africa, Asia, in the subcontinent, and even in Europe. Students, Hazrat Umar Razitullah Anha had spread Islam to Iraq, Iran, North Africa, and Central Asia. Arabs were brave seafarers, and even before the coming of Islam had been trading with the people in Western India and Indonesia. Students, in the 712 CE, Hajjaj bin Yusuf sent his young nephew Muhammad bin Qasim with a small army to deal with Raja Dahir of Debal, present-day Bambur in Sindh. Dear students, as you know all about the Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came in this world. He spread Islam, he preached Islam, and after he passed away, the caliphs spread Islam. They helped Islam to flourish all over in the continents. And now we are talking about in 712 CE, when Hajjaj bin Yusuf sent his young nephew Muhammad bin Qasim. Students, Raja Dahir had captured a ship carrying families of Arab traders returning back from the west coast of India on their way to perform pilgrims. Students, the goods on the ship belonged to the ruler of Iraq. Raja Dahir expressed his inability of controlling the pirates and freeing the families. Muhammad bin Qasim then sailed to Sindh to overthrow Raja Dahir, but also conquered lands from the Arabian Sea to Multan. He set up his government and treated everyone fairly. He introduced many reforms. The Hindus had to pay jizya while the Muslims had to pay zakat. He even had Hindus as his advisors. The area that was conquered by him remained a part of the Arab Empire for 200 years. Students, the Arabs took many new ideas from India and spread them to other parts of the world, such as the concept of zero, as we have discussed in our previous lesson. From China, they learned the art of making paper and printing. It was in 10th century and the 11th century that the Muslim scholars made many advances in math, astronomy, chemistry, and in other sciences. So students, now we will learn more about arrival of Muhammad bin Qasim to subcontinent, how he came here and how he conquered Sindh. Students, now it's time to read our text from page number 76. You can see at the top of your page our topic Muslim rule in the subcontinent. Students, Arab had been trading with the communities on the west coast of the subcontinent even before the Islam, as we have discussed earlier in the video. In 570 CE, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was born in Makkah. In Arabia, in 610, he received the first divine message from Allah. Then he was blessed with Nabuwwat and declared the religion of Islam. After many hardships and having to leave his town and move to another city, now known as Medina, Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ passed away in 632 CE. By then, Islam had spread throughout Arabia, and in the years that followed, it spread further into Africa, Asia, and the subcontinent, and even the parts of Europe. Students, as we have discussed it all in the video, I will explain you again that in first passage we came to know about the Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ born in Makkah in Arabia in 610, and after the hardship he leave his town to Medina, and then Islam spread even after he passed away to the Africa, Asia, and the subcontinent, and even the parts of Europe. Students, now in 712 CE, the governor of Iraq, Hajjaj, sent his troops with the young commander Muhammad bin Qasim to deal with Raja Dahir. Students, we have discussed it. Who was the Raja Dahir? Raja Dahir, the ruler of Dibal in Sindh. Raja Dahir had been unable to control the pirates who had captured ships. You know the pirates? Yes, pirates who captured ships. They are the looters, carrying goods from the ruler of Iraq and Muslim pilgrims to Makkah. Muhammad bin Qasim not only defeated Raja Dahir but also conquered the land of the Arabian Sea coast up to Multan in Lower Punjab. He established a strong and just government with good reforms for the people. As a result, many people willingly converted to the new religion. Willingly converted means happily they embraced Islam. This conquered territory became the part of Arab empires for the next 200 years. Students, when the Arabs came, in this second paragraph you learned about the 712, the governor of Iraq, Hajjaj sent his troops with young commander, and because Raja Dahir said he is unable to control pirates. Then who came? Yes, Muhammad bin Qasim. He defeated Raja Dahir, and not only defeated Raja Dahir but established a strong government, and many people willingly converted to the new religion, Islam. Students, in third paragraph, when the Arabs came to the subcontinent, they took many useful ideas from the Indians and spread them to other parts of the world. They not only took useful ideas but spread them to other parts of the world. This is the main thing that a Muslim should do. He should not only take the new ideas but spread them to other parts of the world. This is our duty as a Muslim. The most important ideas that spread during this time were the digital numerals and the concept of zero. This brought great change and development in mathematics and science. Students, in this table, as you can see, these are Arabic numbers and Romans. You can see it's fine, but when the digits are higher, it's very difficult to write in Roman. As you can see, look, 3364, and look at the Romans, how they could write. So Arabic numerals which we use are a blessing for us. This is all about our reading. Hope you enjoyed to know all about the Muslim rule in the subcontinent. I hope you will read it, watch the video, and revise it at home. Thank you.